Hello friends, Archangel with CryptoAngel here. I can't really call this daily news anymore, but this will be content from the core devs from January 21st, 2022, so Happy New Year. As a reminder, this will be a quick run through of community relevant information. I won't be adding much commentary on this, if any. This is simply for those who don't have access to the official Discord or that don't want to sort through the walls of text to find information. I'll also not be including responses where the original message was deleted or not retrievable, and we can't figure out the context from the response. So with that, here we go. Now, yesterday we did get a lot of information from both Eric and Satoshi, so I'm going to split this up into two videos because I have to go through and curate all the comments from each one, copy and paste those into this program here. So it does take up some time. And right now I'll just be covering Eric's comments and cover Satoshi's later. So on January 19th, Eric, who has changed his name to @WhenFloat on Twitter, and Penny said something is brewing and tagged with the appropriate hashtags and ats here. This looks like a blurred out Shiba dog. And the reason I'm bringing this up is there are some comments referencing it in the Discord. So we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. And so it kind of looks like this dog is in a backyard or a forest type area. Obviously a Shiba dog, and it looks like it's got something in its mouth right here. I'm not sure if this translates through on the screen. It looks a little too high for a collar. I think that would be around here somewhere. So this looks like it's something in the mouth. And I'm seeing a little bit of gold or yellow coloring here and darker over here. So without the uniformity of color, and I would think if it were white or bone colored, it would be kind of similar to this whiteness here. So I'm thinking this may be a leash in the dog's mouth, but I cannot confirm just yet. But since leash is Eric's favored token, we will assume that it's a leash. So with that, we'll dive into the comments here. And Cook Swag says, yeah, pretty good, mate. Just finished my exams. You seem to be in a great mood, mate. Anything new? Eric responds, how did they go? I am in a good mood and always try to be. And yes, there's news, but nothing that I would reveal without a public announcement. Hee. Naughty says, when Dow? And Eric says, looks like it's ready to launch, just waiting for some stuff to be worked with all the breeds and have all of the documentation and announcements ready. I don't think it takes too much time to launch. Cohen says, hi Penny, will we have lots of eyes when we launch the DAO or Shibarium like Shiba Swap? That was fun. Eric says, that day we will break Discord with eyes. I promise. The moderation team will pay for the unfair bans. First Word says, hey Eric, actually a question. Will there be time locking when it comes to T-Bone voting with the Shiba Swap version 2? Eric responds, yes, for sure. We're thinking on implementing a 30 to 60 days locking for version 2. First Word follows up and says, another question, Eric. We talked a while back in August regarding compound interest on rewards. You said something about reworking the reward system, and I'm assuming that will be implemented with the Shiba Swap version 2 as well. Eric responds, yes, version 2 will come with a full rework in the user interface and user experience, but not just in the user interface and user experience, but the whole internal design. We're thinking on Shibarium and Shi plus some secret stuff while we're thinking on that new version of the platform. Shiba Swap version 1 worked for the momentum, but now needs a boost. That's one of the reasons there's a version 2, not just on the visual and use terms, but whole utility. Interesting stuff. Steve says, is the pick in regards to the DAO, Bone being key to vote? Eric says, it's something new. I won't say what it is, so don't ask for it. That's why it's blurred. Flux says, Eric, is there any progress on what the exclusivity looks like for Leash? Eric responds, you will see soon why Leash is for exclusivity. I grabbed a few more. And if you know Eric, you know that this is his favored token. So again, we covered that in the review of the image, but this is the comment that makes me think that the dog is holding a leash in its mouth. Flux says, "Your soon or Shitoshi's soon?" Thanks for answering, by the way. Eric responds, "Before April for sure." Mew says, "Will it matter if we have our leash in a liquidity pool?" Eric responds, "If nothing changes, you better have some X leash just in case." So if you remember, the X leash is the staking receipt version of leash. So that would be staked leash, not leash in a liquidity pool. Eric follows up and says, "But I never said that if a judge asks me." Wink, wink. First Word says, "Jokes aside, Eric, is there a plan to include some changes to the website or revamp something in the swap to show our market cap as well as supply so we don't have to simply rely on CoinMarketCap that clearly seems to have glitches?" Eric responds, "Shiba Swap version 2 will be our own crypto portal. We won't need others anymore. And probably when we release the new information, Shiba token site will need a full rework as well." Prime Shib 8 says, "What do you mean crypto portal?" Eric responds, "Well, that's not just a swap. The crypto portal is a place to check assets information, hot pairs, news, and other utilities that make us independent from everyone else." Tony Boy says, "Please, is there any plan to listing Bone on a major exchange?" Eric responds, "The same plan we followed with Shib. If someone wants to list, they are free to do it. We don't negotiate with centralized exchanges, and if they want, they can do it with us." Osquita Fiera says, "Eric regards, do you think it will be necessary to pay gas fees to change to Shibarium? Exit from the pool to enter Shibarium pools?" Eric responds, "A bridge will be needed. Some months ago, we decided to split efforts and focus on different areas. We have product managers for different projects, and teams grow in that direction. I don't know most of the people that are working as they do it externally." Just Tape says, "Cause I saw the call for help with 3D artists, but didn't know if you thought there was a need to see more serious devs in the Shiba space." Eric responded, "We're already working with new people on that side, for example. That call was successful." Check says, "Shibarium will be a bridge for coins to Ethereum, correct?" Eric responds, "Our tokens will be migrated to Shibarium." Valletta says, "Does that impact Shib a lot?" Eric responds, "Well, having our own liquidity or layer 2 is a big step." So with that, we'll wrap up these comments, and I'll be making a video later on today with Shitoshi's comments from January 21st as well. I just wanted to read through these because there's a lot of information packed into yesterday's comments, both from Eric and Shitoshi, and both of which are working on separate projects, as we can see here. So with that, Archangel out.